Ugh. I wonder how far I'm gonna get in the next 2 hours. Da, da. Come on.
My very essence begins to wane. Sweet, sweet agony.
Leave this to her.
Come to deal the coup de grace. Good. What?
Oh, erase me from existence, soul and all.
How would you know that name?
Because I was there with you, fool. Before you lost your memories.
Then it was you. In Elpis. With Emmett Selk. The final pieces fall into place. In my halcyon days, as the mortal Ammon, I was haunted by a dream. Night after night, the faceless multitude, the voiceless cries, shards of shattered memories. But slowly, the fog began to clear. This was Elpis. And I was Hermes. Recurring though it was, I paid this dream little heed. It was only when I was granted the seat and memories of Fandaniel that I knew these visions to be true. They were the memories of Hermes that he himself erased using the power of Kairos. Or so he thought. In his attempt to burn away the events of that fateful day, he succeeded only in searing them more deeply into his soul. My soul. Death failed to expunge them. No matter how many times it came. Rebirth after rebirth, from one Fandaniel to the next. I wonder, is Emmett Selk adrift somewhere in this ethereal sea? In defeat, finally remembering your time together in Elpis? How it must gall him to be entrusted with knowledge of the final days, only to be rendered powerless to act upon it. So many lifetimes dedicated to restoring his beloved Amarok in blissful ignorance. Oh, folly. But make no mistake. My life as Hermes is not the reason I invited the world's end. I have lived. I have struggled. I have dredged the very depths of despair. And in the detritus of existence, I found the truth. I served a great ruler, powerful beyond measure. The world his dominion. Yet even he and his vast empire were destined to fall one with oblivion. At the end of life's journey lies only death. So I ask you, why live at all? We betray, We torment. We murder. We are wicked, spiteful creatures, without exception. If life is so sacred, so precious, why fill it with such misery? Man wallows in a hell of his own making without purpose or meaning. To live is to suffer, and I would end that suffering by my own hand. It matters not if it flies in the face of all believed right and just. Death is the only solution! That is my truth. My answer to the question. And yet, even as the words pass my lips, I am filled with doubt. Has my search reached its end? Was this the only way? After all these years... Is this the answer I was hoping for?
The lamentations of the damned. How it vexes me to see your conviction falter at the last. Fandango. Still clinging to existence, I see. You, who champion death so fervently, unwilling to accept your own, refusing to be purified and swept into the sea of souls. As do I. We prisoners to men, watching as the world turns. Though unlike me, you will be spared the ignominy of having your corpse made a puppet, dancing to another's tune.
Is that Arsahi?
How very astute. But let me be clear, I have not come to consort with the likes of you. Nor have I come to bemoan the state of the world following my untimely demise. In fact, I delight in mankind's downfall, and the anguish it brings the savior of the savages. If I played some small part in the chaos, all the better. Not that I was in any position to resist. But to be made accomplice to the betrayal of Lord Xenos. I would die 1,000 deaths to exact my vengeance. Now you are at my mercy. I shall drag us both into oblivion, and you will never see the fulfillment of your magnum opus, even should you be reborn. Your desperate search for answers must start again.
Even here, even now, you have every right to hate me. For the fool I was, for the monster I became, but I will not beg forgiveness. The tale of Hermes, the man who knew so much, yet understood so little, ends here.
Don't try to follow me. I had more of you people than I could stomach in life. Never mind him. death.
Likewise, I pray we do not meet again. You had better hope not. Come. Hydaelyn is waiting.
Brave travelers, I welcome you. I see. Thou didst journey unto Elpis. And now, the rivers of time converge. I know why you have come. Yet I would hear you speak your reasons all the same.
You created the moon to deliver mankind from the final days. But is that really how it has to end? We do not wish to abandon this world. We want to protect the source and all of its shards.
To flee is but one of two paths. The other leadeth to Meteon, far beyond the stars, where she doth chant creation's requiem. Her domain is formed of dynamis, pure, absolute. Where emotion and memory govern all, ether will avail you naught. Meteon hath gathered the pain and despair of countless stars, and to go unprepared is to go unto your doom.
We'll beat her. We'll win. I swear it. Is what I might have said. Once. After everything I've seen, all the times I've succumbed to my own anger and fear. I can no longer pretend that courage and faith will be enough. But are we truly so powerless? That our only choice is to flee?
Far from it, my child. Long ago, the inhabitants of myriad stars, many more prosperous than Atheris, sought to free their worlds from life's woes. Sorrow and anger, conflict and hostility, despair, and even death itself. But as Meteon reported, every attempt ended in failure. Darkness abideth within every living being and can never be cast out. Neither reason nor faith can challenge this immutable truth. To live is to suffer, and in suffering, find strength, and purpose, and hope. As you have done so many times before. Thou dost pursue an impossible dream, yet knowing this, you pursue it nevertheless. And thou hast learned to depend on others as they do thee. Thy yearning for the power to save the powerless hath ever driven thee to greater heights. Thou hast grown strong. Though those closest to thee no longer walketh by thy side, their love remaineth thy guiding light. For duty's sake, thou hast been bound by truths unutterable time and time again. Yet thy heart hath never wavered, as thy companions will attest. In thy pursuit of mysteries great, all thou believest is brought into question. Undaunted, thy thirst for knowledge remaineth unquenched. The fires of hatred that once burned in thy heart burneth no more. From their ashes doth spring the light of love, warm and pure. As witness to black calamity, thou despaired at man's helplessness. Resolved, thou didst unite a distant world on the brink of collapse. And thou, my champion, when all did seem lost, thou never abandoned hope. For every trial and every foe that did bar thy way, thou hast proven equal to the challenge, drawing courage from the many bonds forged on thy journey. You have all known despair, and though the end approacheth, you walk on, heads held high. Therein lieth your power, the strength to silence the song of oblivion.
Then there is a means to confront her.
Yes, if you should prove yourselves worthy. Hark! Nigh impossible is it to send mortals to the edge of the universe. Should you fail, there will be no second chance. As the will of the star, I ask of you this. Do you possess the fortitude to stand firm when all around you doth crumble? Do you possess the faith to vanquish despair itself? Should you lack the strength to best a supreme deity, I cannot allow you to make the journey. You must leave this star and never return. Prepare yourselves.
Prove ourselves worthy, eh? Sounds straightforward enough.
Aye. No room for confusion there.
In any case, we've come too far to back down now.
I am of the same mind. What power I have, I shall bring to bear.
The three of you seem to be forgetting who we're up against. It's not every day we battle a divine being of untold power. Well, not quite every day. Do try not to get underfoot. Needless to say, there'll be no margin for error.
Let us hold nothing back.
For the people of this world and those beyond the rift.
Alas, the question I posed to thee in Elpis hath remained unanswered these long years. I would hear thy response, warrior of light. Shouldst thou emerge victorious?
dungeon right into a thing. That's interesting. In this quest, when using trust system scenario mode, you have the opportunity to undertake this trial with Party of Silence under these rules. But from those you're normally able to select. Additionally, you may enter the telescope. Call this. I found it's everybody. So we got 2 pigs. Trust this. That's very interesting.
The last of my kind shall test thee. Come, prove thy worth! Have you the strength of will to alter man's fate? A change of arms. May the test continue. We're near or far. And now this. Light unyielding.
Allow me. You cannot stop us. Hold still.
This will hurt.
By blade.
Hold still.
You underestimate me.
Light unyielding.
Something special.
You underestimate me.
Hold still.
By blade. to me.
I will not hold back!
The song of creation's end. Feel. The sorrow at hope's demise. Think. Find your way in the darkness.
Hold still.
Or fly, my children, and never look back. Then you are resolved. But this test is far from over. By crystal's light. Have you the strength of will to alter man's fate?
Hold still.
A change of arms. May the test continue.
I will not hold back.
This will hurt.
By blade!
cannot stop us!
By blade! Crystals of light, to me!
I will not hold back!
Here! The song of creation's end! Feel!
I have you now!
The sorrow and hope's demise. Think. And find your way in the darkness. Or fly, my children, and never look back. Then you are resolved.
Something special to me.
But this test is far from over. By crystal light. Refulgence eternal!
My turn! You cannot stop us!
Where near or far.
Time to redeem myself.
Where high or low.
Together we shall overcome it.
I will not hold back!
By blade.
Let's give them a show!
Succumb not to fear.
I don't, like, I don't understand. I'm not doing anything wrong. I just die. It's driving me nuts. I might just have to come in with, like, an actual group.
Have you the strength of will to alter man's fate? A change of arms. May the test continue.
Hold still.
We're near or far.
I will not hold back.
My turn!
And now this. Light unyielding.
You're mine!
By blaze.
Hold still.
We're near or far.
You underestimate me.
You're mine!
I will not hold back.
By blaze.
You now.
Crystals of light. To me. Here.
Hold still.
The song of creation's end. Feel. The sorrow at hope's demise.
You underestimate me.
Find your way in the darkness.
You underestimate me.
Follow your light. Or fly, my children, and never look back. When you are
I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. I literally have no idea. Turn away when that happens.
We're high or low.
I will not hold back.
Light unyielding.
Nope, I still took a lot of damage.
Refulgence eternal.
You underestimate me!
I will not hold back.
By blade.
What am I supposed to do? I have no idea. Like,
This will hurt.
nothing works. Nothing's gonna, I'm just gonna die. I'm gonna die right here. I'm gonna leave and I'm fucking retarded. I have absolutely no idea what's going on here.
I will not hold back.
Light unyielding.
You underestimate me!
We're near or far.
Oh my gosh.
This will hurt.
You cannot stop us.
I not even shoot at that?
We're near or far.
Fuck you, game. Fuck you. No, fuck you. We're done. This fucking piece of shit, man. That's some bullshit. Okay. God damn it, game. The fuck is wrong with you? This fucking thing. Here's my phone. Look this up. Thank goodness. That was fast. Let's try and look this bullshit up. Do it again. This will be much better. Just do it with a bunch of people who know what the fuck they're doing. They can resurrect me. Finish the fucking battle. This is bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
You the strength of will to alter man's fate? A change of arms. May the test continue.
What the fuck am I doing? These guys are all doing the right thing.
By blade!
Am I getting caught in that?
By blade! Crystals of light, to me! Creation's end. Feel. The sorrow of the mind. Think. Find your way in the darkness.
Okay, I think I get this. It's not a looking at it issue.
Follow your light. Or fly, my children, and never look back. Then you are resolved. But this test is far from over. Thy crystal's light.
I mean, it didn't happen then. I didn't die. This fucking game. I've died once.
Eternal.
Alright, so I died there. So I did die. This fucking thing. What is killing me?
We're high or low.
Want to be close? Is that the problem? I don't understand.
By blade! Succumb not to fear!
They don't need me. They're good. I'm trying to fucking die anyway. Fuck it.
Light unyielding! We're near or far.
It doesn't seem to do that much damage to people. I don't know what's wrong. Do you want to be close? Is that the issue? Am I too far? I don't get it. Holy cow.
Light unyielding.
At last, man has the strength to...
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on with that, to be honest. Where's that healer? There. Good job.
No! This can't be happening!
Though my power is in constant flux, I have always kept a reserve for this very moment. It was a true test of your prowess. You have done well.
There is one thing I must ask. By sundering the world into 14 shards, the ether of all living beings too was divided. This reduction would in theory allow us to more easily interact with Dynamis. Having seen mankind brought to the very precipice of extinction, you wished for us to develop a means to overcome despair. You believed we had the potential, and sundered all creation to see it fulfilled. To deliver us to that swirling maelstrom of Dynamis in which our foe hides, and grant us the power to defeat her once and for all. Is this not true?
It is as thou sayest. 'Twas the trial to which I subjected mankind, and it hath led to untold bloodshed and suffering. There was no kindness nor justice in the tragedy I wrought. When confronted with the almighty Zodiac, my only recourse was rend him and the world asunder, that his power be diminished for a time. And so it came to pass. Now you, my chosen, have surpassed my expectations. Surpassed me. I entrust the fate of the universe unto you. This crystal contains the memory of Meteion's passage through the stars. Deliver it unto the Loporrits. They will guide you to her.
Though they may be capable of crossing great distances, there is a vast difference between traveling to the moon and the furthermost reaches of the great expanse. And unlike Meteion, we cannot simply soar on waves of Dynamis to our destination.
Indeed. To make such a journey would require an astronomical amount of ether. But a solution lieth close at hand.
Of course.
Yes, my child. Ever since I became the will of the star, the ether drawn here had slowly crystallized. They who have answered my call know it well. While I have remained hidden, it hath become the embodiment of the planet's will in my place. A faceless, omnipotent force of nature. The Mother Crystal, our final hope. Alas, I can do no more. The fulfillment of this task doth fall to you, my chosen. Now, heed these words. Darkness and light, despair and hope. As goeth one, so goeth the other. Become light, become hope. have a gift for thee. Come closer. Long have I searched for a means to safeguard the future of this star. Though I knew failure after failure, by recalling thy tales and my promise to thee, I found the strength to carry on. Though the world is ever changing, thy thirst for adventure hath never waned. Thine unshakable resolve never ceases to amaze, to inspire. As a mark of my gratitude, I bestow this final gift. Thou dost possess the crystal of Azum, yes? As Heidelin, I reside over the forces of stasis, tranquility, peace. The laws which impart stability to existence itself. I will weave this self-same power into the crystal, granting thee mastery over matter, to give form to the formless. Use it wisely, or it will not last indefinitely. As thou hast seen on thy journey through the ethereal sea, souls are drawn to thee. Mayhap this trait will prove to be a boon rather than a hindrance. It is thy hopes and prayers that enable Azum's invocations and give them life. So keep them close. But pray, remember this. When the way forward is hidden, even from the mind's eye, look not to the invocation, but within yourself. These were the words of the crystal's original bearer. With that, my work is finished. Fulfill our promise. Right the wrongs committed when the world was yet whole. Silence the song of oblivion. Teach her a brighter melody. Show her our journey is far from over. Of this, I have no doubt, for yours is a light brilliant beyond measure. Long after I have gone, though not even my soul remaineth, my love will be with you forever, my dearest children.
Glad to see you well. We could roughly place your soul as deep as you went. We never see you. I hear you. The fluctuation of the near the end gave me quite a fright when the world happened. Oh, we totally killed Heidelin, yo. She was a bitch, too. Fuck that boss. It's the worst boss I've ever fought. I had no idea what was going on. Like, why am I taking damage? You mean to say Heidelin is... No, there's no time to fill our feelings. We must carry out Heidelin's will without delay. We'll find Median if it's the last thing we do. I might handing out the chrysalid is the fancy navigation one. To the edge of the universe, where congregates the despair of countless stars, you're determined to see this through. We are. Should words fail us, we will fight to the bitter end. I know that it pains to accept this. Would that I need to ask nothing more of you? If we have only two means to travel at good expense, the moon and Charlene's ark. I am all too aware that without both of them, there will be no exodus, but I nevertheless beg you to honor the agreement we made. The forum decision will be honored. You have earned the right to use the ship as you see fit, and I cannot rescind it even if I wanted to. So it happens I do not, and would not, with all my power, to aid your cause. That settled minus just the rest for a while. Proving myself to Heidelin is never easy. Despite your unparalleled genius, we need today to make necessary calculation. I still take advantage of it. You chart the course of the sea of stars in a single day, you gods. Shall we head above ground for some fresh air, perhaps a nap? There's gotta be like one more world, which is why I can't do hunts, final level hunts. I have been expecting area for the ethereal sea, experiencing effects, prolonged exposure, nausea, dizziness, hearing this. Notice the record.
There you are. Some time, indeed, yes. For you, at least. Believe me, I'd meant to get some proper sleep. But here we are, drifting along instead. Well, well, you too. And so we remain, to watch and wonder. Yes, indeed. To begin, we first must see the end.
She could rest. His envoy master Patricius read not long ago with the message. The Paraidos are determined medallions for his fate. When asked, gather at the rostrum, each there with along with the others. I really just want to get to this new world, and we'll probably go to bed. Work on this tomorrow. Everyone appears to be present in encounter. For good, as you know, the Lobritos have decided the whereabouts of Meteoron by means of crystal bequeathed by Hydaelyn herself. Kor's location is placed far beyond the moon, and the farthest reaches the sea stars, the edge of creation. Stars. Veritable Ultima Thule. Indeed, how then are we to reach it? Excellent question. Look if we have an equally excellent answer. In theory's advanced propulsion system, the moon is capable of living in Ultima Thule, but the myriad other facilities housed in them greatly impede travel through the sea stars. Even the mother crystal may not possess ether enough to bear so massive a vessel destination and back. However, to integrate our hyper hopper into the ether burner, we should be able to fire things up and jump our way to the end of the universe in no time. Father, does this mean? Bear in mind, this decision was not made solely at my discretion, but the consent of the Forum. Hearing the Lobritos' proposal from his face, a grave decision. To commit the Arctis never would mean abandoning both our plans to evacuate to the moon and to resettle on another star. So the proposition invited fierce debate. And then the former persuaded this was like that Hydaelyn believed that possessed the strength needed to overcome the crisis. So it was after all a plan Hydaelyn's own making, therefore in the 11th hour she would proffer another means by which we may seek salvation when we fools dismissive of him. Indeed, sacrifice everything in her very existence to avert the destruction of this star. And that's why we've chosen to place our faith in Hydaelyn and you. The Ark will make ready the voyage to Ultima Thule. But all the people who have labored so tirelessly for the evacuation, they must be furious. We know, sir, they have forgotten the deeds of Magna Glacius, nor did the instrumental role in orchestrating the delivery at Adamantite go unnoticed. No, the people do not protest, quite the kind they've expressed unwavering support for your mission. Are the Lobritos too willing to abandon the Exodus? We were not listening when you said you were born of Hydaelyn's love for Ethos and his people, if it means your survival or do anything about it. We most certainly need our expertise when we're going. There is no guarantee Ultima Thule's place supports life, and any otherwise vexing problem or know how can remedy. Besides, Hydaelyn chose us to lead the way to Meteoron, why else would she give the crystal only you can decipher? More importantly, we're perfectly content to evacuate Ethos until you brought us here. Urianger now enamored us with place, so we have a choice we have but to save it. Of course, none of this is possible without you and the Cheyenne, so I must ask, is there any wish to do this? Yeah, looking at me? Yeah, absolutely. Let's go. Very well, we shall form the former decision again, preference of also arc with the hyper hopper. The Lobritos coordinate the Ilsebrad contingent to necessary components transport via the Tower of Babel. Of course, it will take time until the work is complete. Now we pray, take your ease. Twould seem to be not to do rest from prayer, shall we? Ere we depart, we must leave nothing undone. Quite through difficult to conceive how one must to brave the domain where Dynamis governs all. Whereas Highland deemed us worthy the trials that await, for lack of other feasible options, it is late useless trust her judgment and face modern as we are. Which leads us not so much according to the efforts here with you and Tataru. All goes plan will be back before you know it. Certainly hope so. We're praying for your safe return map to affect the Dynamis for the better. That's what we should get some rest and make the most of our time we've been afforded. Your meeting's over, is it? We were so long I started to worry. What did they have to say? We're going to this crazy place at the end of the universe. The edge of creation, I see. Rest assured, everything will remain in order until you return, and you will return. Excursion can already farm them. Sure. His plans to return are decided when the two of you have finished. Meet us back at the Balesian Annex. Alright. Sure. I have something to show you. Cool. Let's go. Welcome to Tataro's Boutique! Boys and my best to provide a sense of fashionable attire, in this case specifically, I've been an expert to strive for the most functional and stylish clothing one could ask of paying favorites, but you are the warrior's light, faced with the imprisoned crisis. Unlike that before, you've done alone, and finally complete my career defining masterpiece. Inspiration struck, and I saw Golem 2 just begging to be seized. By the time being rich, she said to set up shop here in Charlotte, and of course I would never charge you for your works, perish thought. So do what things coming along. Things are ordered, Mistress Tattoo will be ready to open shortly. So I brought you our very first patron. Do you mind waiting for a moment longer? Copy skip, yep. Let's wait for it. Look at that cute little white guy. Look at him, he's adorable. Hey little fella. Oh. It's another one of these like crazy random thing with a bunch of random people come up and say, what up? It's the end of the story. Wrap it up. What's going on over there? Expect to find you here. Hi, it's my friend the dragon. What's up, dragon? Imagine Nidhan, I would also wish to offer regards. Alas, after delivering our dragon skills engineer, she remained to assist with the work on the Afterburner. Sparklam too will stay in Charlene while I oversee matters in Razahan. It's a rather convenient means to keep abreast of developments pertaining to final days or anything else. It also allows me to fashion and watch over my people in a distant land. Fashion, I was hoping to stop by. I can't wait to thank you enough for allowing us to work here at the boutique. Please, and I shouldn't be thanking you. The establishment has restored a sense of normalcy to the lives. May bless them with newfound purpose and means which support themselves these troubled times. More when they last return home to Radzat Han, the experience of knowledge I've gained in their employ will no doubt have booned the utter increments of our land and commerce. I'm here to see how the new employees are settling in and to express my gratitude for granting them this opportunity. It's an opportunity for me as well, believe you me. Your artisans have taught me so much about Tarvarian craftsmanship. Their resourcefulness and engineering are nothing short of inspiring. I can't wait to see the kind of wonders we come up with. Pray very exciting endeavors, Mistress Tataru. Before coming here, I heard word of the formed decision of what will soon be attempted. It was only then that I finally understood that my father called this star of last bastion of hope. Due to his last passion for the flame of every other star he encountered has likely been extinguished, and the boundless dark, the light of brimming life has been blinding in its splendor. Return to the heavens to protect that light. Maybe the scales of my kin serve you well. Have faith will prevail and restore peace, tranquility to this star. You should be honored to receive you. This is so much of Razad Han, and happy to see you. Forgive me, but I must take my leave. Fare you well, and remember, the people of this star have not yet given up hope, and neither must you. Oh, you must get a meal with the flavor in the wasteland of taste. Who's that? Oh, it's Brendo over here. What up, homie? Oh, girl, man, what are you doing here? A new boutique, you say? I'm meaning to expand my order, but something a little flair, perhaps befitting a man of my station. That I have nowhere to flaunt my said remnants as long as confinement continues, definitely. I, the young lord, four attempts insist that it's work to be done, no matter how trivial I must abide here in Shirley, and thus I do I toil, though every fibre of my being rails against it, even so for the company of the brute, sick hard, to see supplies transported in timely fashion. Yeah, he was the one granted leave this morning to participate in some supposed covert operation, so I suffer instead to be otherwise welcome absence. Now I'm burning with the extra busy work and with that. Honor right here to prepare my meals. I came with the hopes of finding a nice cafe, perhaps, alas, Italian delicacies I've sampled were lacking in every respect. Cafe only appear. The cuisine didn't appear all that appetizing, but if you vouch for the cooking, perhaps I'll give it a try. Thank you for the suggestion. Ta-da for now. See you, homie. It's still, what's going on over there? Look at that. Who's that over there? Oh, hey, what's up, bro? Hanak, are you still doing here? You said you were running immediately after dropping off your cargo. Yes, there's marginal plan after the expertise required aside from delivery goods is beyond my purview. But the man of entrepreneur would squander opportunities to stay the markets in northern seas, where now I return straightways to Gugani once I have finished. Could you find a way to turn this crisis to your advantage? She wounds me, the insidious woman running a new boutique. Not blind to the travels, all those who fight the front lines to deliver us from ruin. Indeed, my very confidence they would succeed, and I would make myself and my business ready for their return. Leaving them so devoutly, and why not put your money where your mouth is? Fair enough, fair enough. There's not for more that I can say ready to our heroes in the maiden voyage, but on your return I will host a grand celebration in your honor at the Beau Cairo Inn. Combinations are quite costly given their reputation as an establishment with the East Alderney Trading Company would be honored to foot the bill. Will be lemon cakes? Oh, a woman of fine tart taste, I see. Yes, there were lemon cakes, much more finest cookies of the world, Lord Lolito have to offer. Let's speak more of this upon your turn. They say drive and more to Tara's ire until we next we meet. What is going on over there? Oh, you spent time in the markets, did you? Hey, it's Pigs and Wedge. What's up, bros? Tataru! What are you gonna do with like 6.1 and stuff? Big's Wedge, I take your work in the arc proceeds a pass. Aye, it does indeed. Collaborating with the greatest minds of Charlotte and Razaton has been a rewarding experience, to say nothing of what we learned from the low burritos. The arc is unlike anything we've ever had a pleasure to work on. Even Nero has rendered speechless on more than one occasion. I can't wait to see it. And they never paid his visit. We came to Charlotte and Alpha. I think he sensed the coming danger and returned to check on us. It's always one up to turn up in time of need, and I suppose that's why I decided to join us, Charlotte. Good thing too. I don't know how he does it. Could brighten the day just by being here. It's still hard to believe that he means to send you off in a great expanse, though, to the farthest no one reaches. Well, everything. I see such marvels, yet here I am. More often than not, you and the scions of the chaos sparks the need for those great innovations. To think how much I'd missed you out on had I not been a member of the Ironworks. An awful lot of work, to be fair, and the privilege of being worked out like a cart chocobo. That's it, too. As busy as it's been, I wish there were more I could do for you. But no matter what happens, I keep believing for a brighter future. And one fell with even more adventure. When you head back, would you tell the engineers they'll be along shortly with refreshments? It's very kind of you, Toucher. They'll be glad to hear it. On the note, Wedge and I should get going. Still more supplies to gather before we return. Terrible sorry for the wait. Right this way, if you please. Is this where I finally get my gross Edgar costume? I don't believe the two of you have informed the Jace. This is Varsuruda from Palakistan. Oh, no, we've met. Haven't we met before? Yeah, absolutely we've met before. Yeah, so just help this peruse and again across the nice fields that I've exchanged without a glance. It's kind of you to remember me. Thanks, Mr. Sutter, and my friends have found gainful employment in this foreign land. It's not natural to feel a face calamity in such times, so for another is strength and succor. I know not whether we call this place home or return to Thavner, but we're here today and glad to contribute to the cause. Contribute they did by helping make new garments as durable as possible. Put our hearts and souls in them, and our confidence will keep you safe in the battle to come. God, think of our sons, our humble beginnings to the walking sands, from rising stones to falling snows, new certain insufferable of someone's ruby bazaar. Always fortunate to find friends along the way. Even when you have swept away the first, Garrod Tiaz, the grant you sanctuary, never forget the relief I felt when you returned to us. I thought my heart would burst. Yours has been a long, long journey, and a privilege to watch off my bated breath is preserved time and again. For all the joy that we shared has been much sorrow as well. Long since learned that you can't have one without the other. So I promise to send off to the sea of stars with a smile. You be certainly the first one along your return. You install me remnants and weaponry of every need, so please feel free to browse our stock. We now obtain jobs with gear from the weapons and gear obtained through equipped high-level agent and have all items specific to item sync. The corresponding jobs and items will no longer be synced. Furthermore, the gear can be dyed with completion of all quests. This is a job. Oh, I do like bourbon. You can't have that. Guys, you've still got lots to do before you depart, but I won't keep you any longer. If you find the moment to yourself, others can as well. They said they returned to Valvation Annex, though I doubt they stayed for long. So I had to go looking for them. I'd suggest speaking to Krill first. I'm sure they've told you how it ends. Oh, this is very open, thanks. Usually I take this quest, know the guidance from the journal, duty list, and map will be limited. Search includes a term of course of action. Interesting. You're back. I take you received the gift from Tataru. Surprise long in the making, with so many long hours of preparing to get everything just right, so you realize it was great success. For others, though, had already taken their leave. Each told Thankuri and Urja have gone to the last stand for Betty, Elsa, and Grahar team mile, thought the time of ever spent poring over books and over new. Often at Estian, while they've elected to pay visits to the Leveler, stay where Estinian seems somewhat reluctant to go. I'd be glad for your company and mine to seek them out. Should you be feeling peckish, I just hang the last time before each one of theirs finish eating. Just run headlong into battle, fatigued and missed. Hey, come to our quartet. Please have a seat. Take a seat when you drink. We have to cut it after this, depending how long this guy goes. I'll make the determination. I'm trying to get to this final map, but
your business with Tataru was finished.
Hey, look at my sweet ribbon. I love it. It's the greatest headband ever.
My, what a thoughtful surprise. Whatever would we do without her?
Indeed. And she's right, you know. It hasn't been all doom and gloom.
Feels like a lifetime ago that Master Louis Soir gathered us together to form the Circle of Knowing. Since then, we have experienced much. But rather than feeling wiser, the more I learn, the more I find my knowledge lacking.
I don't skip.
Forsooth. As a student, vainly did I believe that I held the secrets of creation in my grasp. Yet that which I had seized was but an insignificant sliver of what awaited in the wider world. Every encounter, Every experience hath served to open mine eyes, enlightening and humbling me in equal measure. Even from those whom I called enemies have I learned many a valuable lesson.
What will we learn at the edge of the universe, I wonder?
Ultima Thule, where the bringer of the end makes her nest. I, for one, can't possibly imagine. But whatever awaits us there, we will survive. We must. For her.
Is aught the matter?
No, it's nothing. I just... Well, lately I find myself surprised at how much I've changed. How much we've all changed.
We've come far together, and if we have aught to say about it, we'll go further still. Aye, we will avert this calamity and return home. In preparation for which, we must give thought to what we hope to achieve after the proverbial dust is settled.
What with the primals and Ascians all but dealt with, I suppose we'll need to look for new hobbies. In all seriousness, though, in uniting to overcome a common foe, the disparate peoples of the world have found a way forward together. It's a truly gratifying sight to see.
Indeed. Though it was many years in the making, we have successfully set in motion the gears of fundamental change. With this, we have fulfilled our humble role as a symbol of hope. And I dare say it is time to bow out. After all, there is no shortage of hands to bear the torch in our stead.
You know, I never really considered I might live long enough to see an after. But even if my time as a scion came to an end, I don't expect that much would change. Traveling the world, going wherever the wind blows, lending a hand to those in need.
A journey for journey's sake. It doth suit thee well. I must confess, I too have yearned to see more of the world. If thou art amenable to the suggestion, I would accompany thee. Mine ability to effect an air of normalcy through artful disguise is much improved, thou must concede.
Aye, well, improvement is relative. You still look suspicious no matter what you wear. What of you, Ishtola? Any grand plans?
Why, continue my quest for knowledge, naturally. To begin with, I wish to know the state of the reflections, to which end I must find a means to travel between worlds. 'Tis the least I must do if I am to keep my promise. Should my pursuits prove unduly arduous, I won't hesitate to call on you. And in return, I will take you to see Reen one day. I'm sure you cannot wait to see the fine young woman she has become.
Spare me.
And what of thee? What wouldst thou pursue at duty's end?
Here's yours. My apologies for the wait.
Well, shall we make a toast? To victory.
To our comrades.
To the future of the star.
As soon as best, rather not explore the bottom of the bottle with over Angie. Others are looking for company, so if you can find them, that is. In many cases, as long as you make the most of your time, that's all that matters.
Oh. What brings you here? Ah, so you were worried that the Levier household might again be gripped by turmoil. All is well, I assure you. In my letters home, I had made mention of Estinian, you see. My mother wished to meet the legend in person, and so we arranged to have a spot of tea together.
Where were you in my hour of need? Fell beasts I can face, but I'm not made for idle chit-chat with lords and ladies.
Well, I for one thought you held your own. Mother was the picture of delight.
I might have been delighted myself, were we in a tavern with more agreeable drink. The thought of fleeing crossed my mind, but what then? I'd never hear the end of it, least of all from Tataru.
I'm sorry. 'Twas not my intent to cause you such distress. It's just... it was one of the things I didn't want to leave undone ere we set forth. That's not to say I think we won't be returning. Yet, given what lies ahead, I did not wish to leave for later that which I could do today. After all, tomorrow is never promised.
It's fine. Not like I had better things to do. Besides, Seeing you with your mother brought back fond memories of my own. Be we rich or poor, family is family. Well, it's past time we were on our way.
Wait! Since I left home, I've made a great many mistakes. Mistakes for which I can never make amends. But through it all, you didn't give up on me. To have returned here with you at my side, it means more to me than you know. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Forgive me, but it needed to be said.
I'm the one who owes you thanks. Were it not for you, I would not be alive today, nor come to terms with Nidhogg's spirit. I am ever grateful.
No, I'm not. And I'm proud of that.
Hey, it's Pudding Way. What's this fool doing? Oh, I came to the stadium in order to stir the ways of pudding. I'll ask my gracious love jiggles they should your ship by preserve. Proud of you, son. This place cleared up. Imagine the first day.
Oh. Knowing them, they're probably dreaming about the celestial adventures to come. Just as well. They've been running themselves ragged of late. Unlike you and the others, I'm a few steps removed from the danger and excitement. Not only for your safety, but for your happiness. After everything you've sacrificed, you earned it 1,000 times over. From the simple pleasures of tucking into a hearty meal or
or collapsing into a comfortable bed, to the grand triumphs of visiting legendary lands or finding true love. You deserve all the joy in the world. There is so much that life has to offer, so much to be treasured and shared with those we hold dear. So promise me this. Come what may, you won't give up on your own happiness. When you're out there fighting tooth and nail, it's all too easy to forget. But in the end, your passions will be your greatest strength of all. Remember that.
This feels familiar. Well, 'tis good to be... wait. What am I... God...
Not that there's any shame in it, but you were sleeping like babies.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Not a word to anyone. Understood? Not one word.
I'm told that sleeping in proper beds of your own choosing is a much more effective way to prepare for battle.
So, what were the two of you doing here?
I had a few books to return to the library. Thought I'd take care of it while I could.
And you?
Guys, I was so tired, I'm gonna rest my ass in the next. Go get some air, maybe a quick bout of training, but not sleep. I'll sleep when I'm dead. Hey, girl. This ever accentuates my breast. Welcome. Return to couch a few weeks for the embarking mission. I'm assuming happy the chambers are clean and fresh linens. Enjoy. Is that my friend? What's he look so red for? That's so angry.
never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly.
Is that where I fought him before?
In that transcendent moment, what was it that I sought in you? And what was it that you sought in me?
How often have we thus assembled? To combine our knowledge and seek solutions to the problems before us.
Back at the Waking Sands, it was all we could do to address the most minor of troubles. Who could have realized what we'd find when we began to look to the sources of the realm's woes?
At the Rising Stones, we made great strides and shared many moments, from the joyous to the sorrowful.
We've had occasion to call other places home too. Be it Ishgard or Kugane, we were fortunate to find sanctuary wherein we might take stock and continue our fight.
I was honored to host this company in the Crystarium, to stand with you all as we confronted the truth of the star itself.
And now from this place, we go to fight the most important battle of all.
The Forum has sent word. The Ark is ready. The Loporrits naturally will be commanding the vessel. They will see the 8 of you to Ultima Thule. Upon arriving, your objective is to find and vanquish Meteion. As a final formality, the Forum bade me ascertain your resolve. So, are you certain you wish to do this?
We are.
Then, ere you report to Thalmasane, I leave you with these words. You must triumph. What that means will differ for each of you. To make it back home, or to simply avert doom, or perhaps something else altogether. Yet whatever it is that drives you, I have faith in its power to see you through. So please, triumph. Triumph, as we who remain behind believe you will.
Let us be off then.
Wait! Both Kryl and I will be there to see you off, but as your receptionist, I feel I need to say this here. Safe journey, all of you, and be safe.
Man, still level 89. As the part ways when affiliates would teach the words of wisdom and share your ire, you depart. May have teachings of Galaf, validation, will suffice. Surrender not to anger or hatred, he said. Look beyond them and find true strength. What one sees beyond is open interpretation. For me, it would be the last. Things I share this mind, things I believe are worth fighting for. Consider an adventure in the Sea of Stars. There we go. Alright, let's go. What's the little Omega and Alpha?
All present and accounted for? Good. As you will have heard, the Ark is ready. All that remains is to board and be on your way.
I've seen my fair share of tight schedules, but this was bloody murder. But we did it. We finished the ship. It's safe, fit for purpose, and looks good to boot. Aye, it's a Garland through and through.
I really don't know what we'd do without you. Thank you for everything.
Ah, don't mention it. Ever since that episode with Omega, I've been toying with the idea of star-faring vessels. And as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. We've learned a lot, let me tell you. In case you're wondering about payment, the ongoing existence of the world ought to do. But feel free to throw in a colorful recounting of your journey on your return. So, have you thought of a name?
A name? Wasn't everyone just calling it Father's teeny tiny toy boat?
Well, seeing as its purpose has changed, I thought a more eloquent name was in order. I suggested as much to Fortuno, who seemed quite amenable to the idea.
As you know, this vessel is the culmination of heretofore unprecedented collaboration. And though said collaboration is owed to the Scions, there is another whose noble deeds made our work possible. From a fragment of Dalamud, we obtained not only advanced materials such as refined adamantite, but the knowledge to traverse the stars. And this fragment would not have found its way to us had the Archon Louisoix not fought to protect this world. And in so doing, laid down his life. Now that the vessel stands complete, I cannot help but wonder if it was more than mere happenstance. If it was my father's intention to guide us here. In the hopes that his guidance will see you all safely home, I name the vessel after that self-same fragment of Dalamud he delivered unto us. The starship Ragnarok.
Hey, Ragnarok. Fun.
Sorry for the wait. I got everyone you asked for, and not a one less.
What are you all doing here?
Look at this.
Oh, I invited them. The representatives of those tribes with religious inclinations. You've done a fine job of readying the Ragnarok, but for it to take flight, we'll of course need the power of the Mother Crystal. Given its immense size, however, transporting it would be an absolute logistical nightmare, not to mention we'd need to shatter it into tiny shards for feeding to the engines. But a brilliant idea came to me. We convert the crystal's energy into forms that can transport themselves!
Thou wouldst employ summoning, or should I say its precursor, creation magics.
Care to explain for our benefit?
As you may have witnessed at Bestway's Burrow, the Loporrits are capable of creation magics, which they use to shape the moon's environment. Yet simple though they make it seem, 'tis a highly advanced and exacting art.
Hence the ancients' meticulous management of concepts.
Drawing upon this art, the Ascians conceived of summoning as we know it. A derivative that replaceth the complexity of concepts with the simplicity of zealotry to make manifest a creation.
I see. By combining the Loporrit's magics and the tribe's faith, we convert the Mother Crystal into primals of purer form and greater obedience. Summoning as it was intended, one might say.
Motherkin gave us the ability to use creation magics, she forbade us from using it to make anything possessed of a soul, or similar. She didn't say anything about fulfilling the desires of others, though. So, borrowing our friend's faith, we'll create deities using the Mother Crystal's...
Only one here concerned about the risk of being turned into a tempered minion.
Oh, right, I was getting to that. From what I've read in Charlie and Toad into their summoning method, the fervent desire to assimilate others into one's belief. Beings thus created are instilled with the self-same desire and use their powers to enthrall people, starting with the summoner. In contrast, our creation magics, the original and the best, except no substitutes, don't incorporate any of that rubbish, so there's no risk of tempering. I mean, if the being was on the scale of Zodiac, you might feel a little tug, but I think we'll be safe enough.
Truth be told, I do not understand the intricacies of this plan. But none of us would ever turn our backs on you. When the avatars of our faith ran amok, you intervened without decrying we who birthed them. Where others vilified and suppressed us, you offered understanding and friendship. In gratitude, we will share with you the true expressions of our gods. Not malevolent deities, but benevolent saviors.
Alright, you lot, we're heading to the ethereal sea. Stay in sight, else you're liable to get lost.
Lead the way!
May we have a moment? In anticipation of the day man might journey to the stars, we developed these.
Portable teleportation devices. One for each of you, designed to work in tandem. Press the button on one, and in a matter of moments, all 8 will activate and send their owners back to the Ragnarok. There is no telling what hazards you may encounter. If you find yourself separated or lost, please, do not hesitate to use them. Be safe, all of you, and come back.
You as well. I pray you take care.
Looks like everything is in order, so I'll go ahead and board. A few of my fellows will remain to assist with the summonings, but rest assured, the vessel won't want for competent crewing.
If you are ready, then you should board as well.
Nice. I like that outfit. Some good boobage. If you come this way, I will direct you to the bridge. Oh boy, no. I'm gonna go to bed. Alright, well, we'll pick up here in the morning, and I will catch you later.